She was hungry, but the children's medicine was more important. What the millionaire did next shocked everyone. She sat on a park bench with an empty stomach, holding only a glass of water, while watching two children play, unaware that this would be her only lunch of the day. Hours earlier, she had made a silent choice to trade her own meal for the medicine that would ensure the children's weekly sustenance. Across the street, a man, accustomed to figures, meetings, and silence, watched the scene, unable to understand why something so simple affected him so powerfully. There was no request, no dramatic scene, just a small gesture, invisible to almost everyone, but impossible to ignore for those who actually looked. That chance encounter would change the rhythm of both their days. Not out of charity, but out of humanity. She woke up before sunrise, as she did every day. The old alarm clock vibrated weakly on the plastic table, and she quickly turned it off so as not to wake the children. The room was still dark, with that smell of stale coffee mixed with that of children's medicine. She stood up silently, stepping carefully onto the cold floor, and went straight to the tiny kitchen. He opened the nearly empty refrigerator, more out of habit than expectation. A small piece of bread lay wrapped in a napkin. Next to it, a half-empty bottle of water. That would be breakfast. She already knew there wouldn't be a lunch. As he chewed slowly, he thought about the mental list he repeated every day. Rent, bills, school supplies, medicine. The medicine always came first, not by choice, but out of necessity. The children were undergoing ongoing treatments, nothing serious, nothing alarming, but essential. Without them, the days felt longer, the nights harder, and fear took up a space she couldn't afford to occupy. She put on her simple cleaning uniform, adjusted her hair, which was tied back with a worn elastic band, and went out. The bus arrived full. As always, she remained standing, holding tightly to the bar, feeling her stomach already rumbling even before 7 in the morning. Observe the people around you. Some dozing off, others glued to their cell phones, others complaining about being late. Nobody noticed that thin woman, with her attentive eyes and tired posture. She went unnoticed and, in a way, had learned to accept that. The building where she worked was large, modern, with mirrored windows that reflected a life very different from her own. Alley cleaned, hallways, spacious rooms, and spotless bathrooms. The smell of cleaning products was already part of her skin. He worked without a break, as always. When the clock struck lunchtime, he sat down in a corner reserved for employees. She opened her bag and found only her wallet. No packed lunches, no improvised snacks. He took a deep breath. That was nothing new. Before leaving work, he stopped by the pharmacy. The cost of the medication made her heart ache, but she didn't hesitate. He paid with the money he had set aside for the week's food. She carefully packed the bag, as if it were something too fragile for the world. As she went outside, the bright afternoon sun made her blink slowly. The fatigue came on heavily, along with a slight dizziness. Even so, he decided to sit in the square across the street before catching the bus back. It was there that he sat, on the wooden bench with the bag in his lap, and only a glass of water bought with his last coins. Watch the children playing near the playground, laughing loudly, running around without a care in the world. A subtle smile appeared on his face. It wasn't sadness that I felt at that moment, but a strange mixture of pride and resignation. She knew she had done the right thing, even though her body was protesting. Across the street, inside a parked car, a man watched the square while